Good morning from Indonesia. Welcome to KHotelier CC. KHotelier CC is a channel with an objective to help you develop a successful career as a hotelier or in other industries. And eventually for everyone who would like to achieve genuine happiness and self-satisfaction in our personal life. The topic I prepared today is I want to be a hotelier again in my next life, episode 2. From my previous video, I introduced to you 3 big reasons why I would like to live my next life again as a hotelier. In today's episode, I'll be sharing with you my very special and unforgettable experience which had shifted the direction of my life permanently. Please stay with me for this life-changing story. Just in case you missed my previous video, I will be summarizing the 3 big reasons why I would love to live my next life as a hotelier. First of all, I believe you have a better chance to be successful if you develop your career in hotel industry. Anybody can dream of making their career up to the senior positions if you have a right attitude, passion on your job, and willingness to go extra miles to make it happen. Secondly, I have a strong belief that our career as a hotelier will help us grow into a better person as a human being. That's because in hotel industry, your success is not entirely up to your personal job competencies. Instead, you can make your career successful if you know how to cooperate with others, if you know how to collaborate with other people to achieve the maximum level of synergy. More importantly, in hotel business, your job competencies on how well you can work with others will heavily rely on your ability to obtain other people's trust and respect from the bottom of their heart. Therefore, you are likely to be forced to push yourself to become a better colleague, better manager, better leader, and eventually a better person. Last, I believe that hoteliers have better chance to live a happy life. As I explained in my previous video, our feeling of happiness cannot be produced from what we already own. In order for us to feel happy constantly, we have to meet a couple of preconditions of happiness first. Number 1, my today must be better than yesterday. Number 2, we should be able to be certain that my life tomorrow will be better than what I have today. Even though hotelier's job is something very difficult and challenging with a minimum level of compensation, at the same time, hotelier job is one of the best careers which will provide you with constant and frequent positive stimulus naturally generated from small but frequent achievement and improvement in your life. Eventually, success will become one of your life habits, and your habit of success will help you stay confident and approach your future positively with a great expectation. In today's video, I would like to go deeper on the second reason by sharing my very special and unforgettable experience of goodbyes with my previous hotel teams. Before I talk about it, please let me brief you about myself first. I was born in Seoul, Korea, and I never left my hometown until I became middle 20s. So I was a very typical Korean boy who had survived in a very competitive environment. During my school years, I was taught and raised to be a winner by defeating my friends and classmates. Korean education was there to produce a machine with a soul who is only good at getting the right answers on the test, but not to cultivate a human being with a warm heart and sound mind. Schools and teachers always talked about how to become outstanding among others to be a winner. But they never taught us how to live with others, how to cooperate with others, how to emphasize and sympathize others' feelings and so on. As a result, I grew up into a person with a lot of useless knowledge in the brain, but with almost no social competencies as a human being. In the middle of my 20s, I start to experience some dramatic changes in my life by going out of Korea and exposing myself to different people, different culture, different way of thinking. I had become to realize how far I was behind to become a valuable global citizen comparing to my friends from other parts of the world. I also became to realize that my body was all grown up, but my mind and soul was undeveloped, staying as a small kid. Then I gradually started to upgrade myself into a real adult who is capable of making some contribution to the communities and world he was living. While I was struggling with my self-upgrade project, I encountered this life-changing experience when I moved to Indonesia back in year 2013. This wonderful experience I had was 3 times farewell parties prepared by my ex-colleagues from Pullman Jakarta Central Park, Novotel Lombok, and Pullman Kuching. For your information, hotel general managers are likely to move around every 2, 3, 4 years from property to properties in a normal circumstances. And it was the same for me. From last 5 years, I have managed to experience 3 times goodbyes, and this goodbyes has become turning point of my life, which has permanently changed my attitude towards my job, towards my colleagues, and even towards my life. What happened was, each time I attended the farewell party prepared by my ex-colleagues, it all turned into a sea of tears. It happened for the first time when I left Pullman Jakarta Central Park, and happened again when I left Novotel Lombok, and happened all again when I finished my time at Pullman Kuching, where I spent just 1 year. Many of my team members were crying, I was crying a lot, and even my wife was crying during this 3 times farewell. Hotel GM's farewell party could be an emotional event. It's because most of the hotel GMs have their home inside the hotel building. It was also the case for me and my family. For last 3 hotels, we used to live in the hotel. If you work all day in the hotel, you sleep in the hotel, you eat 2-3 times per day in the hotel, and even use hotel facilities like a swimming pool and fitness, you are likely to be attached to the hotel emotionally, and most importantly, your team becomes your extended family. My son and daughter always call my colleagues uncle and aunties, and my colleagues always look after my kids and my wife as if my family were their own. Sharing your daily life like this with your extended family, you are likely to be connected to your colleagues with a very strong trust and affection. When that happens, when you have a goodbye moment with your teams, it is likely to turn into a sea of tears, as I experienced. During these farewells, I became to realize there's another big feeling dominating my emotion rather than sadness or sorrow. And it was a strong feeling of regret. When I saw my colleagues crying for me with a lot of tears, I had to ask myself, do I deserve this? And I regret a lot, saying to myself, I should have done better. I should have treated my team much better than what I have done. Then when you move to your new hotel after going through this kind of emotional experience with your previous teams, on your first day of work at your new hotel, you will have a very strong resolution saying, let's do better, let's become a better leader for my new team. Basically, you feel like you are given another opportunity to live as a better person. So every morning when I go to work, I speak to myself, let's do it properly today. I feel very grateful for my career, which has allowed me to have this kind of unbelievable experience to push myself to become a better colleague, better manager, better leader, and eventually a better person. So, I can tell you with my full confidence that I would love to become a hotelier again in my next life. Thank you very much for watching today's story. I wish you all a very happy and productive day ahead. Bye bye.